told him this to run.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't, yeah. Call to order, the Park and Recreation March 2026 meeting is in order. Roll call, item number 2. Mr. Neese, can you do the roll call for us, please?
Mr. Pollak,
Here?
this is Ethan Jensen.
Here.
Just said that terrible.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sorry, Mr. Wagner.
Here.
I'll do this one really bad too.
DiVincenzo.
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 Present.
DiVincenzo? I thought it was DiVincenzo.
It's technically DiVincenzo, but you don't got to get that fancy. DiVincenzo is a little bit easier.
Mr. Lake.
Here.
And Colin.
Here.
Falcon is unable to join. Eric's is unable. George is unable. I did all that with the mic off, so everybody's here except for Mr. Falcon.
And Mr.
Just for the
Sherrod.
record. Huh?
And Mr. Sharretts.
And Mr. Sherrod.
Item 3, moment of silence. I guess we should keep the world in our thoughts and prayers. We'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the
United States of America,
to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4.1, consider approving the agenda. Do we have a motion and a second?
I'll second it.
Motion was made by member DiVincenzo and seconded by member Lake. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, motion carries unanimously. Item 5, public comment for agenda items only. Terry, do you have something on item 8.1, Arbor Day tree planting?
Thank you. Thank you. Terry McCarthy, 3510 Goshen Road. I'm happy to support the Arbor Day events with a walk, but I kind of wonder if you have established what time you're going to start the ceremony and if you want us to do it prior to or subsequent to your ceremony of tree planting. Like what time do you want the walk to start?
So, Rob, do you know when we'll be doing the tree planting? Have you had any time to think about it?
When will we be doing?
Yeah, I guess, we're gonna
We're
start.
doing an Arbor Day. I'll
Arbor Day.
probably dig all the holes and everything the
On
night
Friday.
before. Yeah,
Most of the stuff will probably be in on Friday. And then we'll just do, say,
Yeah.
like 2 trees for ceremonial for Saturday.
Okay.
like backfilling and stuff. We'll get them in the holes and stuff like that. So I would say what? I mean, what time you usually start?
We usually do like 12 to 2.
12?
For 10.
10.
Okay, 10 to 2.
And do we want to do the walk first? What time do you normally do your walks, Terry?
It'll be warmer, so we could start at 10 or
Is that when you
9.
normally start your walks?
It
10?
depends upon what season it is. If it's warmer, we start earlier. If it's cold out, we start maybe at 1, so
I assume it's
it's
gonna be fairly.
flexible, whatever you guys want.
Do we want to do the walk first, and then do the tree planting, or? I think we're gonna do a proclamation and, there's, Kathy's gonna have the, tavern open. Carol, you're gonna, do some talking before the.
I have no idea. We haven't talked about
tree
it yet.
planting and all,
Why don't we just say 11? We'll just pick a number, 11 o'clock.
just start the walk.
Start the walk at 11.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And I noticed on your agenda that you were talking about a potential Public Lands Day on September 26th. And I just wanted to point out that I'm not sure it's been confirmed, but I understand the sustainability event might occur on September 25th at Garrett Williamson, as far as I know.
That is the date that they're looking at.
Okay, so there might be two things subsequent, one day, one the next day. Okay, and we had a great walk at Garrett Williamson last Sunday.
Yes, nice.
It's fun. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you so much. Okay, comment,
7.1.
6.1 minutes, consider, do we approve the,
7.1, George isn't here. We haven't approved them.
6.1, consider approving the minutes from February 5th, 2026
Call.
meeting. I've read the minutes, so I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
A motion was made by myself and seconded by member DiVincenzo. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the motion carries unanimously. Item 7.1, Mr. Sharitz is not here. I will share that I saw some of the public works guys fixing the hammers. There's a musical feature at Brookside Park that the hammers break on every couple of years or so, where somebody pulls them off, and George orders new ones and fixes them. So that happened, and I think he's getting ready to do mulch, and assuming that he was pretty busy, but no.
Work in progress.
Sorry.
Item 8.1, thanks, Terry.
See you, Terry.
Bye-bye.
I would say just, obviously being winter months, the public works team's not out at the parks quite as often. But they do go out and check the parks regularly, make sure they're safe, make sure that trash is picked up, things like that. They do that every week. But during this time of the year, a lot of their time has been spent behind the plows. And so that's where their focus is. But there is work going on all the time, preparing for summer and doing things and getting ready to do that.
God bless him. Keeping us safe.
Yep.
Item 8.1 is the Chester Ridley Crum Watersheds Association Annual Streams Cleanup at Drexel Lodge Park. Mike McGraw will be heading that, as he does every year. I think you had to sign up by a certain time to get a T-shirt, but they do have gloves, and he'll bring bottles of water and that kind of stuff. And they have bags to pick the stuff up. Most of the supplies are there. George coordinates with them, and he'll have his guys pick up from a designated spot on Monday. So I don't know if anyone can make it. If they can, it's a great day. We'll probably be doing some other stuff besides cleaning up, because we had discussed not doing this year because there wasn't as much trash collected, because we've been doing it so many years in a row. But George and Mike kind of decided not to do it. I did reach out to Mike a few weeks ago and said, I think we should do it anyway, because it's a good educational experience for our residents. It gets us out to the park. It gets some of our other committee members together, and we talk and things get done. People might get involved with the CRC association. So he agreed to do that. But it should only take us an hour or two.
What time does that start?
I think it's 10.
9 to 11:30.
And then the Darby Creek Valley Association's annual streams cleanup at Brookside Park and possible other locations on Saturday, April 11th. Again, you can sign up through their website. We're only going to do Brookside this year unless, we want to do, we could actually do Newby Park. It's the headwaters for, I guess it goes, it's not Crum, what is,
It's on the Darby Creek.
Darby
Valley.
Creek, I'm sorry, right, Darby Creek Valley. So it's the headwaters that actually feed into, Brookside Park and then into, I think Greer, they all meet and go, downstream from there. So if we wanted to, we could just do a small cleanup at Newby, or I don't know that we want to get involved with Greer Park because you might have people working there at that point. Steve.
Yeah, I would think we would hold off on Greer Park this year because of what we're doing. I think, you know, the
Sorry.
a good opportunity for, to do something at Newby, because we don't do a lot of cleanups at Newby. So that would, if we did along in there, I think would be a good opportunity. And then, the good news is that we get less every year. The bad news is we still get a lot. So, you know, it's still amazing how much trash we pull out. So,
Yes, yes.
and I'm wondering with the snow we've had this year, if we're not going to find more. It's interesting how I've watched some of the snow piles go away and there's a lot of trash built up in
Yeah.
those, so that we may find some more in that because of that.
Has the township gotten any reports of like excessive flooding around some of the township from the snow mountain, just how the ground's so saturated
The
yet?
ground's wet, but we haven't got any reports of
That's good.
excessive flooding, at least not to me directly that I've heard.
Okay.
So at some point, another park we may want to consider would be the Meadow Preserve, particularly after Episcopal is done, because you get a lot of garbage blowing over from them and it gets stuck in the hedgerow along the road. You know, kids have potato chip bags and it blows in the wind and they don't go chase after it, and then it gets stuck, like I said, in kind of the hedgerow that's along the road on the edge of.
When we would have the walks and stuff, I'd always bring extra rolls of dog poop bags, like the rolls. And I literally use that so you didn't have to touch any of the trash, if it's tissues or something, and use it like a glove, blow it up and, you know, just something simple. Like, so we would always do that when we would do scheduled walks and everything. You know, and I would do it myself, but I would offer to people like, hey, if you want some, I have extra just in case.
And you're not gonna be pulling out like tires and stuff. It's gonna be candy wrappers and pop bottles and
Yeah.
and that type of stuff.
What watershed would that be?
There's a small stream that starts there. I think it feeds into Crum Creek. I would have to double check my
I'm
notes
sure
on that
it's
one.
Crum.
What?
I'm sure it's Crum Creek.
But it's not Crum Creek specifically. It's a tributary to it that feeds into it. So I don't know that we would necessarily get like CRC to help. It may just be like, hey, township people, you want to come do this? Or maybe they'll jump in because it is a tributary. But that would be kind of future down the road, something to keep in mind.
It is, looking at it right now, but I'm just trying to find the indicator, because there's a creek right behind, and the way the topo goes,
Yeah,
I'm trying to, Lewis
think we
Run is
actually-
on one side, so there's a Y actually. Lewis
I
Run.
think it actually splits between.
does.
From and Ridley's at some point, the dividing line.
Lewis,
Right there.
it's Crum Creek, so it's Lewis and then drops down into Crum Creek at a T, and then that's where Crum Creek splits.
Oh,
Yeah.
the waters of Lewis goes into Crum Creek and the reservoir.
Yep.
so that might be more of an undertaking and the logistics involved, and you know, maybe we do that next year and add it to CRCs. I think they would appreciate it. I think maybe we do every other year or something between the two sites. Mike would love to be there. You know, he's some kind of biologist, does, you know, bird studies and all sorts of stuff. Great guy, really cool guy. I think he was involved with the master plan for the Meadow Preserve. I think it's a great idea. Do we want to do Newby Park this year? Just to, maybe even if just 5 of us went out there with a couple of trash bags and I'll throw them in the back of my vehicle and take them to the township building.
I'm a little ignorant on this. Where is
That's
Newby
the-
Park?
That's if you took Media Line Road from the high school
Mhm.
toward Westchester Pike, and then go across Westchester Pike, it becomes North Ridge or
Line.
North Line.
North
You
line,
have to make a left and then a right.
right there, there's an auto shop right there.
Yes,
Green Drop is on the corner.
Yeah, okay, I know that. Thank you.
keep going, and then you make, as soon as you get past there, you make a right, and keep going back. There's
So-
actually two entrances
Yeah,
to it.
one in Broomall. It's a connecting part.
Oh, okay,
Has
all
a
right,
back.
that makes more sense now,
And,
thank you.
and Park. And then Doe Lane also is another entrance into Newby Park.
Oh, I know where this is. My wife grew up on the opposite side of Marple Gardens and they used to walk over there. Okay, I know where this is.
There's a basketball court.
Yep. Okay, understood, thank you.
So, I mean, we could just meet there, you know, whoever can make it, And
Yeah, come up with a date.
we're gonna invite EAC. What would be, I guess the same date as the,
Brookside?
yes.
Okay.
And I'll commit for our public works team, if the trash is left at the top, they'll pick it up on Monday.
Okay, at the
Yeah.
circle, at
They
the
can
cul-de-sac.
swing by and pick it up.
Okay. All right.
Or we may even do it that day. Last couple of years, we've just brought a truck out.
How many bags do we normally produce? Like, like the black contractor bags, like all that?
It kind of varies every year. Last couple of years, it's been less,
Okay.
but, which is good news, which means
Yeah.
we're doing a good job keeping it cleaned up, but I don't remember how much we had last year from Drexel. From Drexel or from Brookside.
If Brookside, was probably less than 20. Drexel might have been over 20, but the bags aren't full. There's a lot of people go out and they get a quarter of a bag
Okay.
full or half a bag full and bring it
I
back.
did one with CRC. I think that was like 3 years ago over at Brookside, and we went up into the tree line where the proposed rail trail was gonna be. So it was like
Oh.
ahead of that feasibility study, and man, we were finding stuff that had been there probably 40 years, 50 years, like
Huh.
tarps and massive metal poles, and it was, we were bringing out a lot, and then George came by, because we had piled it all up in that little gravel lot by the soccer nets, and they came away and took it up, but I was shocked at how much was up there in the tree line, so like where most people go, there wasn't actually that much where most people go, there were
Right.
little things here and there that had blown, but up in the tree line, there was a lot, so I'm looking at that Newby Park, and I'm curious how much in the trees is like
Yeah, you might be right.
buried stuff, maybe. Yeah, I was,
I'm wondering if we should sign up on DCBA's site, that, they would accommodate us and let us make an official site. I think that the more people these organizations have that participate and volunteer, the more money they can get or, a better chance of getting funding for a lot of the work that they do. So I'll reach out to them and see if they want us to add that for this year, and then next year we'll go back to rear. And so I'll just send something out to everyone on the side through emails, and the township will probably put on the website for us. Arbor Day. Okay, and here comes the biggie, Arbor Day tree planting. So I think Carol and Rob are probably, critical to this. This is our first event really, that we're doing as a new group. I've been calling a lot of people, talking to a lot of people, I'm really excited about it. And I know Carol is as well. And I know Rob doesn't look it, but he's probably excited too. So I think Carol, we're gonna rely on you to.
I'm handing this one over to Rob for
For
the moment.
Tree wise, the trees, George ordered the fruit trees for the site. Historic fruit trees that they wanted, the Historical Society.
Apple. No.
Yeah, certain apple trees and all, and then there's heirloom ones that there was like a package deal that the one company had that he bought a couple of them because they're fairly reasonable. And then the other ones we discussed, the oak trees and all, I just actually just gave.
Are these actual fruit producing trees or are they?
Yes.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I read an article that was talking about how like there's all these cities because they didn't want the actual fruit bearing ones and then they only produced the opposite gender of the tree. And they believe that like that was producing.
Well,
more tree pollen.
obviously you need a pollinator.
Yes, correct.
You need pollinators.
Yes.
But like when I talked to the person from like, well, actually I talked to Steve Lambilla. And
Oh,
he's like, because I tried to order through him, but what we wanted, he wasn't getting in. He doesn't plant certain varieties because they don't do well in his
property.
in his property. They just didn't grow well. He's like,
Gotcha.
you know, get what you want. And he gave me who he gets off and everything, and they didn't have what we wanted. So, but he said, you know, you need your pollinators, but usually if there's crab apple trees around,
Mhm.
it's a fine pollinator.
Got it.
He's like, they'll pollinate, and like a basic crab apple tree, like a wild crab apple will pollinate apple trees. But they wanted the apple trees due to the fact, like the historic that, you know, because they said
Yeah.
they used to make their own cider there.
At the tavern.
That's
It's a
cool.
tavern,
No, I think that's great. I'm
So
interested to
we need
learn.
You know, there's enough property there. If they put it and fence it in, it might be a nice little thing for people to see, you know. What I mean?
Yeah.
And the deer will love them.
They're gonna be fenced in so they can't.
Oh, sucks.
How tall are the fences?
How tall do they have to be?
No. How,
Depends on how tall the trees
There's no
are.
fences yet. It'll be guarded first and.
yeah.
But, like I said, all the oak trees and me and George talked today that, about going out, we're gonna have to see where the trees would go, the bigger trees, not, and then the apple trees, or whatever they want to be. That's it.
No, I appreciate it. I'm interested in continually learning more about the other areas of all these three groups are brought together and the shade tree stuff is very interesting.
Yeah. And we will have another meeting, I think, before that event
Yeah, we have the April
in
meeting.
April,
Yeah.
so we can fine tune everything.
Hopefully we'll have the trees back because I gave it to Steve and he'll get it in. As soon as we can get the trees in, because in our street planning last year, they like. Yeah, they were coming in like that day of the planning, like the day before the planning. And the one truckload, there was a miscommunication. They were gonna deliver it on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we said Friday, both loads on Friday. And it showed up at 3 o'clock, so 6 o'clock at night, getting them in the ground because it was supposed to pour rain that night.
And then there's trees that showed up on Saturday, right at the beginning of the planting.
There were?
Yeah, because
Oh.
one truck couldn't hold everything, so there's a truck that showed up the next morning and township guys are there helping to unload it. Yeah, you were running them back and forth, I think.
I think
Whatever.
that was the year before.
That's
whatever.
why he pushed for Friday and they took the literal like end of business Friday, you know, they were trying to push the limits. Cause the year before he was doing that on Saturday.
Friday is Arbor Day, but most of
Yeah.
the people that come are working on Friday, and
Yes.
so they come on Saturday. So
Yeah.
Saturday's the main public part of the event, but we need Friday to get ready for it.
I'm available that day, Rob, to help. I have a shovel and boots and gloves, I'll come and help. I don't know if anybody else wants to come or not. If they-
Anybody, we'd love to have everybody there.
When is it again? Friday?
The 20.
The 25th is the actual.
The actual
Arbor
day.
Thing, but the 24th,
The 24th is the Friday.
the Friday. What time?
We'll let you know at the next meeting.
I will not be here. I have to be out of country on business for our April 2nd meeting, I believe. I'm gonna be over in England for about a week or so, so I won't be here.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
You
We'll see, but
did say business, so.
yeah, the business, yeah.
And so, we'll fine tune that and whoever can help, Rob can. And then Carol, I think we talked about doing a tree giveaway as well. I don't know if you talked to Rob at all about it. George was aggressive and he was thinking, maybe we might be able to give 250 trees away for the anniversary of the country. It'd be a nice event to tie everything together. And it sounds great. Carol, I don't know where you're.
Well, when we talked on the phone, I said, oh, I think 250 sounds a little,
40.
yeah.
You might
it's
use
a little
another.
aggressive, little, but the.
Is there enough interest?
Well, I
in
don't,
general?
you normally don't have enough people that would show up. We had one last year, but. that
Could we
was beside the-
supplement by
Well, I don't think.
looking at larger landowners, business owners, like that might have had to clear trees in large mass for big development projects, SJP,
Just so everybody knows that most of these trees are trees that George has grown from seeds.
They're the red buds up there.
They're red buds.
I
Really?
guess you've seen them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're seeds.
So, I mean, it's really quite amazing what he's
Yeah.
done.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
From seed.
yeah, really, it's worth stopping by and seeing what he's accomplished doing this. But he's thinking that, you know, it's a good opportunity, and even if it doesn't happen all at that Arbor Day event, I think we're thinking throughout the year, if we could give away the 250 trees, it would be kind of fun
All right.
to do that over that period of
Do
time.
we think then, because we can stretch over the year, there'd be enough interest from that? That's what I was curious about, is like,
Well, I mean, it's
I
hard
don't
to
know.
know,
Yeah.
right? You know, but, and some property owner may want to, you know? And if what we don't know yet is how they handled the winter, and we won't know that for a little bit yet, that's what George is a little bit concerned about.
got it.
So, and I did talk to George earlier, so he's thinking that maybe we go through there, Carol, if you're available. To go through stock. I don't know if you're available, Rob. I don't wanna commit you to too much. I can tell if a tree's dead or not by experienced enough with that. I could do it, and then, I think, what Kate from EAC, might wanna, go as well.
I'm sure with the snow cover we had on top of it, when it was cold, the good snow cover on there, it's when you have the cold that we had and don't have snow covers, you get the problem with stuff freezing. I mean, usually, snow's a good insulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You know,
wonderful.
only thing you had the problem with the snow is like on hollies and, trees like that. Now you get the reflection, just like you get snow blind. Well, it reflects and it burns the leaves off the hollies.
literally like bleach or burn holes.
It'll burn the leaves.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a magnifying glass. And then with the wind and everything like that, so like a lot of hollies this year, you might see like lose most of their leaves because of it.
Makes sense.
So perhaps, we could get a better idea of what's available, and, we might work with the administration to put something on the website, in advance of next month's meeting, generate interest from residents to pick these trees up at the site on that date. We could actually do it on Friday and Saturday, since we'll be there anyway, if they want to pick them up. But,
How big did each?
Right, they're understory trees, so they're not.
Yeah, 25 by 25.
Okay.
They seed heavily.
Yeah.
That's why we have them.
That's why there's so many to grow. How big are these trees?
I think they're about 4 foot tall at this point,
Oh.
somewhere around there, 3 to 4 foot.
Some of the trunks
I think the ones that are 2 years old are closer to that. He's got some that are only a year old. I don't know which ones if he's looking at doing all of them. I don't know what his thoughts were.
So we probably get a better idea of quantity wise at that point after we assess what's healthy and.
Where are they, Steve?
They're over at the Public Works Building,
Nice, okay.
so,
In a makeshift greenhouse that
yeah.
our guys do so well. So I guess that's that for that, and then we could do that all day. That doesn't have any time constraints on it. So Carol was gonna give a little talk, I think, about the trees that we're planting there. Do you want to give a talk, Rob, or you want?
Absolutely not.
Or if anyone else wants to give a talk about trees, they know, Carol's,
Work-
that's
work
her,
on
that
something.
was her life, so. And her
I mean,
love.
I don't mind public speaking if somebody's ghostwriting, because I don't know enough about it, but
Same here.
I don't mind going out and professing and talking about
Green-
great.
Green side up,
What's that?
green side up.
See, learning something new.
Yeah, something. And I'll see if I can come up with, if we do the Red Bud giveaway,
Right,
I will come up with, unless George already will do it, I'll come up with a sort of a care tag that can go out with each tree so that people will know what to do with them. Like green side up.
so Kate, also offered to help with any of that you needed to be done as far as graphics or generating something, or even helping us that day handing out stuff,
And Kate
she's
is-
from EAC.
Oh, okay.
She's energetic, she wants to be there, doing something, so I told her, as long as it's tree related, because this is a tree event. Yeah, we would be happy to have her. Want me to put her in contact with you? We can figure something out, or,
Give me your contact info, yeah, sure.
okay,
And I know there's plenty of photos out there, but if you need any like photos of leaves or flowers or any of that, I have red bud pictures, like macro stuff of it, so happy to share.
I have one in my front yard.
Yeah.
I planted it and came out one year and it had bent over 3 feet up. Whoop. I was like straightened it up and staked it. My mom and I went to head on vacation and it had gone the other direction. Staked it back up. It hasn't fallen over since. It's doing well.
So Terry's gonna do the walk and we will. So do you want to walk with, and she suggested maybe if you went with them on the walk, I thought you said you might be willing to do that. It's not that big of a walk.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it times out. Because
Okay.
I can go along on the walk or I can stay and help do trees.
And you probably have the knowledge that
To do either.
yeah. No. Nobody else can answer questions on the walk other than Robin, and he's not gonna go on the walk, I can tell.
So
Unless he
Penn
can,
relays is that weekend and I have a kid that runs track.
Okay.
And I'm waiting to see if he gets into it because he's a senior and I want to be there to support him if he
Oh,
is. But
yeah,
if he's not running on Saturday, I am available. But I just don't know yet because the outdoor season is just starting. So hopefully by next meeting, I'll know a little bit more. I know for sure he's running or he'll probably be running Friday. Saturday is kind of the wild card. So I hope to be at Penn Relays, but I also hope to be here.
Be able to walk and give answer
I am,
questions if people have-
definitely, yeah,
okay.
I've done that with, the Trails and Fairways.
Best at that.
Okay, cool.
It's what I do
All right.
for a living, so.
All right, so between you guys, maybe we'll figure out
we'll
who's.
figure it out.
Okay. Cool. And then Kathy is going to do a tree proclamation, for the, London plane that's there from the Historical Society. And I assume Leonard or Cheryl or both will be there as well. So that'll be another event that's going to take place that day. She'll have it open and she's going to have some tree related history stuff inside the museum or the tavern that day. As far as, parking, the church has, activities that day, so they're not going to be able to have overflow parking there, on Saturday when we would need it most. So they suggested using the parking lot at Culbertson and then using that, there's a trail where the playground is behind the school, and use that and then use their property to walk to the corner and then have someone cross people. Not that much further, so I don't know what we would need to do to get a hold of the school district to tell them we're going to use that, or do we have to, or?
I think it would be beneficial just to let them know that we're gonna have an event, that we're gonna be guiding people to their parking lot.
I'll call Rob's better half. See if she can help us with that.
Home school district.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not the
She's
same
in
school
Birmingham.
district.
Oh, she is? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I thought she stayed here. Oh,
Yeah, she's in
no.
Westchester.
Oh, geez.
You know, I would, let's,
Who's on that?
Just get to me what you think you're wanting to do,
Okay.
and then I'll see who we need to get that to.
There are no crosswalks at 252 at Goshen Road, are there?
No, there are.
There is a couple of years ago when we did the Meadow Walk, though, the button did not work. So like you sat there, you pushed the button and you never got the signal. I don't know that, again, that was a few years ago. Hopefully
Yeah,
it's been
it
fixed.
has worked. Because we've done multiple walks on Goshen Trail and the Meadow Preserve where we would start in the Presbyterian Church parking lot, take that crosswalk. But I do remember that one time where it didn't, wasn't that oddly close to when you and I did that walk with Delaware County, the safety walk? It was like very close.
This was our first walk that we did at the Meadow Preserve.
Was
It
it the first one?
like November day.
Okay.
No, I'm wondering, should we, possible that we could get, a policeman to help man the intersection to help us cross?
Even the fire department has a traffic coordination vehicle. And they've helped us with stuff before. That's a good idea.
I just don't want anybody getting hit.
No, that would really put a damper on things.
All right, I'll reach out to the fire department. And then finally, Carol has suggested
What do I do now?
getting pretzels and water, perhaps having maybe.
I think something for people to nibble on.
Right,
is the-
especially with the walkers. Terry said when you have walkers and they're expending a lot of energy, they will eat food, whereas a lot of the other events we have, people don't. I don't know if the township could supply pretzels. I don't know how many would be required, maybe 50.
Crowd pleaser bags at Philly Saw Pretzel Factory are like 25 pretzels for like $5. They're like dirt cheap. And I think you get a bottle of mustard with that too. I do it all the time for like my company and stuff. Cheap.
Okay. You want me to get you the information, Steve, on George? Okay.
Let me find out let me talk to George where he's taking the
Okay.
money from for this. And if he tells me we have the money, I'll just have you guys, somebody do it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't want to take on the responsibility of getting the pretzels, but I'm happy to make sure we have the money for it.
And we normally get them, so somebody will figure that out next meeting. Cause I think that's kind of it for, just kind of a lot.
That new business, all the new?
No, as far as the.
For Arbor Day.
Oh. I thought, because we talked about Newberry, which is further down the list. So I know we were jumping around a bit. I was trying to keep track,
Yeah.
but we talked about 8.5, didn't we?
No,
No.
that's a different thing.
Yeah,
That was a different thing about Newberry.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
so the,
Yoga in the park, isn't
Arbor
it?
Day, does anyone else have anything on the Arbor Day event? Yoga in the park, I'll contact, Yoga in the Circle, normally donates their instructor for that event. It's well attended. It's a great event. She normally coordinates that. She's kind of busy right now, so I'm gonna take that over for her unless then somebody else wants to. But that doesn't happen till late spring.
What park are we talking about, or does it move?
Drexel Lodge Park, usually. We have had stuff at Brookside as well, outside, just to change things up. And then the USA 250th anniversary celebration and/or movie in the park. I'm starting to think that maybe we just kind of bag that because we have a lot on our plates. We'll all be going on vacation soon. The Family Fun Day is going to take a lot of our resources. I don't know, does anyone have any feelings on it?
I would let you know that EAC tonight talked about, and I'm going to get it wrong, but let me look it up because I know it's a Caterpillar movie. The
The hungry
extraordinary
caterpillar?
caterpillar.
Oh.
And evidently it's a good, like, family type of film, but it's very informative about that. So they're looking at potentially doing that, in conjunction, m- and I suggested they do it in conjunction with you guys if you're gonna do the movies. Or they may do it with Garrett Williamson. So,
Oh.
just a thought for you on that. But it would be I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do it in one of our parks and highlight some of the insects, like, bringing the two groups together, the EAC and the parks. If you guys don't want to do movies, I sure understand that, and we can have them focused with Garrett Williamson, but if you are going to do movies, that was one of the thoughts I had.
I thought you would have looked up Anthony Hungry Caterpillar, whatever that is, extraordinary.
The hungry caterpillar is one I know by heart.
Yeah, I do know,
I'm
yeah.
reading that to my kids all the time, but so when my brain just goes right to there whenever I hear a caterpillar, thing, but I'll have to look up the extraordinary.
This, I think, is more like I
Nature
understand
document?
it's more towards a documentary, but they said it's really well done.
And it could be
It-
family.
The kids enjoy it.
It's voiced by David Attenborough.
I have not seen it, so I don't know.
Okay, I'll look it up.
About 60 minutes long.
60 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it's a long film.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty good.
At first I thought it would be a good intro kind of thing, but for 60 minutes, if you're doing a film for kids, 60 minutes about all the more
Yes.
attention span I have. I can't imagine you're gonna be able to get much longer out of the kids, so.
Maybe, I mean, there's much shorter and much more kid focused there's an entire Bluey episode about insects and respecting all different size life forms and like little bugs and stuff like that. And it's like 8 minutes. I'm not kidding. Like seriously, like, trying to make it family, like short attention span. And it's pretty cool. And like, they're going to do a slip and slide and they almost run over a little inchworm bug. And then the whole episode is about all these kind of different insects and things. So
Maybe we could do both.
good for adults too.
The
I like
description, it says, "The Extraordinary Caterpillar" is a 60-minute documentary that covers the vital role of caterpillars in the ecosystem, highlighting their beauty, metamorphosis, and essential functions in the food web. And it features and it's relatively new, December of last year.
So, and there'll be more time to talk about it, so we'll just leave this on the agenda and talk about it next month, I guess. I'm gonna go watch it. Cool. And then the Family Fun Day at Drexel Lodge Park, so the Railroad Museum bought into this, so we're good on that date. We can start contacting people to fund it and provide services or whatever it might be. 8.2, discussion and possible action on Public Lands Day, so we'll get to that when the snow clears off. I'd like to table item 8.3. I've been trying to get some folks that are involved with that to kind of define it better, what they are doing, especially the size of the garden. So we'll hold off until we know more about it. Item 8.4, discussion on, we can table that one as well. How about Newby Park? So discussion on Newby Park. So Newby Park has had minor issues with kids damaging the signs, throwing rocks at the signs, writing on the signs, doing donuts on the scooters or whatever on the basketball court. They're knocking over the trash cans. Little stuff. It's been going on for years and years. So our group has been doing stuff there on a yearly basis, try and bring the community in and create a sense of ownership for the park, stewardship. And we think it's worked to some extent, but then last month, George brought up that there was some damage that occurred there again. So there's no reason to be frustrated or stop what we're doing.
kill them with kindness. So I don't know what we could do this year, but it's something that maybe everyone could think of. One thing I thought of was having kids paint good birdhouses that would be relevant. They could support birds. And we could paint them all different colors and put them on the post. There's a walkway that goes down and there's a fence with posts on it. There would be a series of birdhouses in color all the way down. To get the kids from that neighborhood to do it. So again, they would have some ownership. It's just something, and maybe a rainbow, and there's a curved shaped sidewalk in the front of the park. Maybe we could paint a rainbow on that sidewalk. So there are just a couple of things I came up with. We did a rock snake last year that turned out really cool. So if anyone thinks of anything during the year,
Whatever happened to the rest of those rocks?
they're still available and we need to
I don't
find.
know if you can do another one of them eventually. or-
There's places in Drexel Lodge Park that we could put them in. We would need to talk about it further. I don't want to put too much on our plate, but yeah, you're right, there are.
Yeah, I know there's a few amount left.
Yeah.
I think one of the thoughts was to do it near the bathrooms at Drexel Lodge,
Yeah.
where there's a spot where we keep having, the grass won't grow very well
Right.
there, and it would be a good spot to do that.
Now, how bad's the vandalism down there? I don't know.
It's not
I mean, is
bad.
it something where you need a trail camera down there just to?
We've been talking about a trail
Just put a
camera.
trail camera
cou-
just to take
couple-
pictures?
Yeah,
Because you don't know what side it's coming from. It could be coming from the Newtown side or it could be walkovers from the
yeah.
Broomall side. You
We
know, because
we
that is
think-
a little bit less, it's more secure. It's
It's-
more out of the way than what the
Yeah.
Broomall side is, where the cops can be up at Broomall side.
Yeah,
I mean, troublemakers could run off the broom, not saying that's what it is, but.
we've had a hard time seeing where we think the four-wheelers are coming in. I think we've kind of gotten that kind of closed down. But it seems like when we get it closed down, it happens again, and so we're just trying to working through that.
They're creative kids. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and the very vehicles themselves are designed to go around through over just about anything.
Don't assume they're kids. They definitely come from the woods behind my house and they are not kids. They are grown people that should know better.
So we've had chalk art there. We've had the canine demonstration there. We did water ice and pretzels. So we talked about maybe having a basketball clinic on the basketball court. That's maybe Meadow Greer Park, further direction on input for playgrounds. We'll just table that one as well, 8.6 on the Greer Park. How far, you want to go into that now? I guess what do you think?
Yeah, I have information on item 9.1.
Okay,
Uh,
all right, let's
Which-
skip over Greer until next month then.
Okay,
Meadow Preserve Parking Lot Memorial Bench, we'll table that one as well. I did go over there. Sweet. It's just such a cool place. All business discussion on 9.1. Discussion of possible action on parent infant swing upgrade for Gable Park, Brookside and Newby Parks. Review procurement and installation costs. So George, I think send something out, didn't he, Steve, on that, or do you have that up, Tim?
can you,
Yes,
can you just pull the screen? I don't think it got, I don't know that it got attached.
No.
Can you just pull the screen up that I have? I did a shared screen.
Uh.
So if you'll just do that, please. So, this is, an idea of this swing, that George, I think that was mentioned, was this idea of a parent-child swing.
Yep.
And this are just some pictures of, well, I said there's some pictures.
Probably
There
just
we go.
loading.
Of kind of what they look like. I think there was 4 of them, but I'm,
and then there was
Yeah, there we go, I guess. Anyway, so his suggestion was at the three parks right now, not to try to do Greer Park until we do this whole thing there. But that we would consider doing those. He did send to me
That's Newby, Brookside, and
Newby, Brookside, and
Gable.
Gable. And the quote came in to do 4. And I don't know if he would want to go ahead and order all 4 at this time, just because if we could, we would probably save on the freight by ordering all 4, and we would just hold back on the one for, hold off on
for
the
the
one for
install.
Gable. I mean, hold on the one for Greer. But they're they're almost $1,400 a piece. But if we ordered the 4, we get the delivery is like $335, but there's a discount because we're co-stars of $384, so it ended up being about $5,500. It's $5,435 is the cost. And I know we've budgeted some money for that, so if you guys want to do that, we can move forward with that.
Would this be on new frames too, or replacing old swings on existing frame?
My understanding was we were not replacing the framework, we were just putting this swing in place of a swing that's like, where there's multiple swings, we would put this as one of the options.
Okay. Are we replacing existing infant swings with this so that there's still graduation as kids get older? So if say there's 3 in a total frame, right? I would imagine we'd want to replace the existing infant ones, because technically the parents that would use these, that way we're not losing out to different age groups of kids.
I would assume that's what
Okay.
his team would do, but I don't want to say 100% that's what he thought, but
Yeah.
I would suspect that's what he was thinking.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking about. It's like, as the kids get bigger, like, these things are supposed to be designed to build kids' confidence and feel safe as they're kind of learning that stuff. But then as we get bigger, we, still obviously want to have options for those kids as they're getting a little bit out of toddlerhood and into the other levels. Okay, thank you.
And I would think that they would replace it. Our swings are 2 regular swings, 2 infant swings. Not positive on Newby, but the other 2 parks are that way.
Okay.
So we would replace one of those infant swings with one of these. So it would be a perfect graduation like you suggest.
Yeah, I would love these things, my son is like just starting to get into like the swing stuff, and I think it'd be really cool.
And there are a lot of times when you do see parents there with children that are just on the edge of putting them in that seat or not putting them in.
Yeah.
So
Excuse
the only caution I would have is that I'm there a lot. I see a lot going on there. Some parents have 3, 4 kids. They're running around all over the place, and these swings are going, and sometimes, it's like, So I don't know whether this is more dangerous or not. It's something just safety wise to consider. And then the other thing would be, I've noticed that with climate change, the sun hits harder black surfaces. So I don't know that there's a color choice on these swings. I don't know if Steve has it, but there's a color choice.
I do, I don't,
The lighter the shade, the better. They do have a white and they do have a beige. The beige would fit
Beige is good, wouldn't show the dirt as much, still be lighter on the color. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
most of our equipment is beige and green or brown. So,
Camo colors.
yeah, I don't, that's the way it's been and that's the way we kind of go. So I would say a beige, like Anthony said, be great.
they've got this beige, they've got a light gray. They actually have a white, the white I think would show all the dirt, but
Yeah, agree.
they've got this like tropical yellow down here that's kind of different, or just a yellow.
It would.
The yellows though, when they get in the sun, they always get faded and they look like
Yeah.
more dingy, but the beige, I think the beige, especially with the
So
existing.
those are some options.
There's the color.
Yeah. Now, I know George would say he would argue for beige, green, those two colors mostly, or the brown, because that fits our existing color scheme and would really fit in nicely and wouldn't stand out. Like if you put something orange in there, it would probably not look good. I think
The brownstone too, because it already has like a speckling almost to it. I don't know how detailed the design is, but that kind of stuff too, because then it kind of hides like the dirt and all
Yeah,
that.
because it's.
the lighter the better, in my
Yep.
mind, because of
Definitely
the,
the brownstone.
if you touch them,
Yeah.
they are hot
Yeah.
sometimes.
Rob was mentioning the brownstone,
That's what
which
you
is
just
this
said,
color
yeah.
right
The
here.
brownstone's a good one,
Might be a good color
Yeah, it
and
won't-
it would.
because it's
It's
light,
not gonna show.
it's
yeah.
light, but it shows speckling, so, and if it deteriorates like slightly in the sun, you're not gonna notice. You're not gonna get like some of those like, because sometimes you'll get like the white really faded only on the tops, not the bottom. I think the brownstone's good, yeah.
It'll hide the dirt probably too, right?
Yep.
Better.
Yeah. All right, so Mr. Neese, you're gonna find out what George has in the budget potentially?
Well, I think if George wouldn't have put it here, if he wasn't thinking he could go forward, I think we have the money for it.
And because he's not
So-
here, he's not allowed to vote
Tell me
nay,
no,
so.
right. Well, he doesn't get to vote anyhow. So.
I know.
If it's not in the budget, he'll come back, but if you approve it and it's in the budget, we'll just move forward and get it ordered.
We have it on there as discussion and possible action, so we can, right, sir?
Yep.
I move to make a motion to approve the purchase of the 4 swings to maximize, like you said, the savings associated. We'll hold back the one and for a brownstone.
Do we have a motion?
What's the motion?
Motion, that's what I did.
And a
Is there a second?
I'm sorry. Okay, so the motion was, so the motion is to go ahead with the procurement and installation of the 3
Procurement of 4.
procurement of 4 and
Installation of
installation of 3. Go ahead, Anthony, go ahead.
Yeah, I propose a motion for the purchasing of the 4 in the brownstone of the swings and the installation of the 3, assuming approval of the budget in Mr. Sharrett's budget.
Oh, and Carol, you seconded it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Okay,
Thanks for having the exhibit, sir.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
and I guess we'll table item 9.2. 9.3, does any?
I have an update on that.
Okay, 9.3, go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, so from the last meeting, I was kind of looking into different options about things where we could get people out and, interested in the event. I think, if everybody remind me, I think we were saying we didn't want to do something directly over top of the exact days of the event because it's going to be a madhouse. So we were talking about maybe the weekend prior, which would be leading up to it. Sometimes they have the practice rounds early in the week, so it could be something interesting. And I was really focusing on trying to get kids and families and stuff involved. So one of the things that came up, because I went to Lancaster this past weekend with the family just for, just to get them out because it's been cooped up all winter. And one of the things I found was this business called Lancaster Mobile Mini Golf. So what they do is they kind of deliver an entire mini golf system to wherever you're at. They're pretty simple. They're not like insane, like massive clown mouth and massive windmill, but they're really nice looking. So they basically are like pre-made. I want to say like maybe as long as like here to Rob on like in like a pre-made board box that sits on top of the ground anywhere. And it's got the mini golf felt, and some of them will have a little house and some of other things like that. You can do a 6-hole, 9-hole, or a full 18-hole. So they've got price ranges for different budgets. It starts at $400 at the cheapest end. I've got a quote solicitation out to them to find out what the total range is. But it seemed like something kind of cool, like every family, because you could do it at any age. And I was thinking that if we could do it at one of our parks, and was looking for advice from all of y'all, what park would probably be the best suited. Like Newtown Meadow is very hilly, so that might not be appropriate, but Drexel Lodge is obviously an option. Yeah, but don't they have like the
Upper
field
soccer
there?
field would be
Yeah.
good, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. It's a big, flat, open area. You could easily set up a mini golf, kind of like mini course that you work through. So that was kind of like, because I looked at the mobile driving range setup. They're really expensive, like they're cool. But also then like, I don't think you get as much family involvement as with mini golf. So this was kind of thing I thought the price was very reasonable for what I saw. Like I said, I'm still waiting for a quote back from the total, like if we did the whole 18 hole kind of thing. But I thought that was pretty cool and I was interested and I wanted to bring it to all of your attention. Yeah, it seemed really interesting. Like, again, it was something we could do the Saturday prior of the big event, because then that's when a lot of the the golfers are coming into town sometimes around that weekend. They rent houses locally. They're getting the practice rounds in leading up to the big, actual tournament, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I was just thinking that Saturday prior could be a good time. And
What month, what date?
Yeah.
this is May. Sorry, I have it here. My apologies.
It's the actual event.
The actual event for the PGA
Yeah.
is the full week though of May 11th through the 17th, but the 4 days where they're playing is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that would be
14,
the
15.
14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. So what I was thinking about was either the 9th or the 10th, which would be the weekend prior. So Saturday and Sunday, the weekend prior, and pick one of those days as an option.
Sunday's Mother's Day.
Okay, so Saturday might have.
I think they started doing stuff on May 9th at Aronimink.
They do, that's what I'm saying. So like,
We had talked about maybe getting away from others.
so what they do, I mean, the crowds are nowhere near because most of the stuff isn't open to the public. You get the volunteers that they train and you start to get some of the media coverage and stuff like that. But it's going to be nowhere near the same population of people coming in when the actual, because everybody buys tickets. I actually bought tickets for me and my company, and I've got clients coming in that Friday. And like, that's when a lot of people are really going to start coming in Thursday, Friday, because that's when it actually matters. You're outside of the practice rounds. So I don't think, I mean, I don't know, you guys have lived in the township longer than me. This Aronimink has had, not the PGA Championship in a long time, but it did have the BMW Classic in, I think it was like 2015-ish. It used to have every year the AT&T Classic. I want to say back like early 2000s and prior, when Tiger Woods, that was his tournament. And they used to do it at Aronimink every year for 3-4 years, many years ago. So I don't know what the crowd sizes were, if there's anybody in the township that was around that can remember.
Well, I can tell you that this is probably double what the BMW was.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say
And the-
tenfold.
Huh?
It's gonna be busy.
It's going to be busy. I think the key that we had talked about last time about not doing it on the 9th and 10th was because of being Mother's Day.
Okay.
And so the idea was maybe to do it on the 3rd, I thought. When
I
we
can't remember. You might be right. That's one to
what
bring
we
it up.
talked about. But that, that's obviously a decision by this group. Maybe the day before Mother's Day doesn't matter. But I know some people do travel for Mother's Day, so I don't know what you guys want to do.
It may affect the pricing too. We might be able to get a cheaper deal if we're at one day or the other. So when I get them on the phone, I'll ask them for, hey, give me a range of all these kind of days and everything and see. And then what I'll do is, since I'm not going to be here for next meeting, I'll send all of you guys whatever research information I have, so that if you do want to take action in the following meeting, you have everything at your fingertips.
Great,
Okay.
thanks, Anthony.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the time.
We're looking at May
2nd and 3rd.
2nd and 3rd.
Wow.
I'll make sure I update those in the quote request.
Item 9.3, all the other items we will table. Item 9.4, I'll just say that everything looks good for that. Miss Angela from the library has been, her and I have been kind of tag teaming everything on here, and it looks like we should be good for the dates and those events. Is there any public comment? You have anything for us, Cheryl? You have- We're all good?
Yeah, good. Thanks for all the work you're doing. It's a lot of good stuff. So I'm here to support you guys in any way I can. Help bring some of this great information along with Steve back to the Board of Supervisors. And I was a little late. I came from a conference in Maryland, but Wade, I am working to get the volunteer program with Steve, so we should have something soon to help continue to get volunteers for all of the good work that you're
Oh,
doing.
cool.
Yeah.
Long time coming. Great. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you.
What was the conference for?
Service now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, God bless you.
God bless us.
And that's it. So, adjourn. We're adjourned.